You're standing on solid ground. A familiar world, full of light and air. But right beneath your feet, there's a place where light has never reached. A place where the pressure is enough to crush your bones in an instant. A place so deep that if you dropped the peak of Mount Everest into it, it would still disappear into the darkness. This isn't some distant planet. It's right here, on Earth. Mariana Trench. Imagine you are slowly sinking into the ocean. At first, everything feels familiar. Sunlight slips through the surface, forming shimmering rays like gateways to another world. Schools of fish glide past. Vibrant coral surrounds you. An ocean full of color and life. But then, you keep descending. 100 meters. The light begins to fade. Familiar colors start to disappear. Red vanishes first. Then orange, yellow, and green. Everything shifts into a cold, deep blue. 200 meters. You enter the twilight zone, where light is nothing more than a fading memory. Darkness begins to take over. And you keep falling. 1,000 meters. You have entered the midnight zone. Here, there is no sunlight. No day, no night. Only absolute darkness. But strangely, you are not alone. In the blackness, glowing creatures begin to appear. Flickers of bioluminescent light. Like a sky full of stars, deep beneath the ocean. And you keep descending. 3,000 meters. The pressure now is over 300 times greater than at the surface. Every square centimeter of your body is in force equal to a heavy truck. Without specialized equipment, you wouldn't survive. 5,000 meters. The temperature is near freezing. No sound. No clear movement. Only an unsettling silence. A world that barely belongs to life. But you keep falling. 8,000 meters. You've entered the Hadal Zone. One of the most extreme environments on Earth. The pressure here can crush ordinary steel. And yet, life still exists. Strange creatures. With no eyes. No color. Perfectly adapted to this crushing abyss. And then, after a long journey through endless darkness, you reach the bottom. 10,984 meters below the surface. This is Challenger Deep. The deepest point ever known in the ocean. The pressure here is more than 1,000 times that at the surface. If you stood here, your entire body would be crushed in an instant. No light. No sound. No life as we know it. Only absolute darkness. And a pressure heavier than the entire ocean above you. The depth here is nearly 11,000 meters. To put it into perspective, imagine standing at the bottom. And above you is the entire height of Mount Everest, plus more than 2 extra kilometers. What is the pressure like here? Around 1,000 times the pressure you're experiencing right now. If you were there, without any protective equipment, your body would be crushed instantly. The temperature is only about 1 to 4 degrees Celsius. Cold, almost freezing. And the most terrifying thing is the silence. No wind. No waves. No familiar sounds of any kind. Only absolute stillness. Throughout human history, very few people have ever been here. In 1960, The submersible bathyscaphe Trieste made a historic dive. 2 men descending into darkness for hours. No one knew what was waiting for them below. When they reached the bottom, they saw a layer of mud and an eerie stillness. More than 50 years later, another person decided to repeat that journey. Not a scientist, but a film director. James Cameron. He descended alone to the bottom. In a small submersible, surrounded by endless darkness. No one was there with him. No light. No sound. Only him. And the abyss. Do you think this place has no life? You'd be wrong. In a world with no light, no plants, life still exists, in a completely different way. Instead of photosynthesis, they rely on chemosynthesis. That means they turn chemicals from deep within the earth into energy. No sunlight required. No light at all. One of the strangest creatures is the Mariana snailfish. A fish, almost completely transparent, with a soft body and no rigid bones. If you brought it to the surface, it would melt away. But down there, it is perfectly normal. And there's more. Glowing shrimp, bizarre jellyfish, bacteria that thrive in toxic conditions. An entire ecosystem, unlike anything else on Earth. But the most terrifying thing is not the darkness, not the pressure, but the trace of humans. Scientists have discovered plastic waste at the deepest point on the planet. Think about that. A place where sunlight cannot reach. Yet our trash can. What does that mean? Nowhere is truly safe from us. The Mariana Trench is not just a deep hole. It is a gateway. A place that helps us understand the limits of life, evolution under extreme conditions, and even our own planet. It also makes us wonder, if life can exist here, could it exist elsewhere in the universe? Deep beneath the ocean, there are still mysteries yet to be discovered. And perhaps the most alien places are not in outer space, but right here, on the very planet we call home. If you want to explore more of the most mysterious places in the world, follow Hidden World. Because this world still holds many secrets waiting to be revealed.